of course, for money. And when we get to this point, I'm now looking at the institution that is representing this panel. And when you're controlled with an inch of your life to that point where you allow yourself to be used so you can continue to collect money and secure your job, I think you need to start questioning whether this is where you want to be, or you need to go back home at the end of the day and start thinking, you know what? I don't want to do that again, because what I did today to make a naira, to make a pound, or to make a dollar wasn't the right thing. I need to create my own space where I am not trying to silence people from their view on a show called Your View, because the institution is using my face in order to get their point across, which in the long term ruins me. I hope what I'm saying makes sense. I know I'm getting a bit deep, but it really bothered me that these women did what they did today. It really did. And the last thing I've got to say is that, the lady said these interviews are not making sense and you are ill-advised and you're making these interviews about you. And I am so glad that Baba said only, he said, I think he turned around and said that he's talking about what he's passing through, which he should be allowed to. He's allowed to say what he's going through. And he even went as further as to say, not word for word, he's not just doing this for him. He's doing this for somebody else that this may happen to. I don't know if you heard that part, Ish, but he didn't say exactly like that, but he said it along those lines that, somebody else might go through this. And he wanted to basically prevent this from happening to another family. But if it does happen to another family, to be able to speak up and not to be silenced like they are trying to silence him now. And I'm so glad that he said that, because it's not about him. He's thinking about the bigger picture of this, which is that for many families in the future that may have children that will die in mysterious circumstances, like mohbad died, they can fight back, even when it means fighting the institution and not individuals. Don't be silenced. And also, what I also got from that is that now this is his life work. He's a pastor, he does all these other things, but this is now his lifelong work, to speak out about his experience and the fact that he wasn't able to fight for his son while he was alive. He is going to fight until the end. And I truly admire him for that, because he's truly, truly, in my opinion, saving so many families from this happening ever again. And that's why they want to silence him, because they want to continue to do their evil work and continue to kill young people. I don't want to just say in Lagos, but I think, people should look at Baba Mohbad across Africa, even here in the West, and have that determination that as a people, we don't have to put up with these institutions that try and silence us and try to humiliate us on national television like they force those women to do today. So, that's all I wanted to say. And please, I will not be watching Your View ever again, because apparently you can't have your view. Anyway, I'm going to mute at that.
Thank you so much, Boylan, for that one. I guess I'm going to change the title of this particular program to Your View, and everybody will be able to have, to say their own point of view. Thank you so much. That's on the lighter part. I want to appreciate everybody who is here. I want to appreciate everybody who is standing for justice for Mohbad. Andrew's production, I'm coming to you next. I want you to gather your thoughts. But before then, thank you so much for hosting. And once again, I want to appreciate every other person that made the interview today a successful one. We want to appreciate you. Thank you for encouraging, and thank you for being around Baba Mohbad, giving him inspiration and every one of those things. Thank you so much, Oluwadarasimi, Queenie, and every other person. Yes, and amen for the blessing. I want to say big Lizzie Banks, thank you so much. Andrew's production, let's have your point of view. Today's interview by Baba Mohbad, what you have to contribute to that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, brother Ish. Good afternoon, everybody. I just want to thank God for Baba. for the strength that he has, because what Baba is going through is not an easy task. Every day today, Baba is going through pain because of his son. But the way I had when he was talking, I don't know how I feel. I feel so good. I thank God for him, for the strength, because it takes strength to do this interview. Because for something that have happening to your son that was not sick, that was healthy, and all of a sudden he died untimely. He died untimely. Then with all this sort of question, these people that interview Baba, I know when they go home today, they will say, no, what we were expecting, we failed. Because Baba give them back to back. And I'm very happy and I'm proud of Baba. Congratulations to you, Baba. We're very proud of you. We pray for God to continue to give you more strength and more wisdom to fight against those that fight against you. Because the way you answer these questions, I wish I am in Nigeria. I should have found Baba and put my wrapper on the floor for him to walk on. Because it's not easy. See the question they were asking him. They were trying to ridicule him for him to answer the wrong thing. And they even go as far as telling him that the way he's going about his son mourning they're just saying like it's not appropriate. And I'm happy the way Baba give them again. That he will continue to talk, he will not keep quiet, and he will continue to talk about it. And he wants to talk more. And I'm very happy for this interview because some people, we just know those that are anti-justice. Those that are against the justice. We just know them on those platforms. But some of them are hidden. We don't know. But in things like this that are happening, that we know now that there are more. But by God's grace, whether they like it or not, imole will have justice by the grace of God. Because when Baba is talking, Baba is not talking on scripts or as if he's trying to make up something. The man is speaking deep down his belly of everything that he has discussed before his son dying and everything that he's observing around this movement for this justice. So Baba is saying his mind and he's saying it boldly without no fear or stammering. He's saying his mind. I'm very proud of Baba and I thank God for him and I'm very happy because these people, they want to make him look like, oh, he has people that are supporting him to do the wrong thing. And he said, no, that's the way I can do my own thing. I can cry out. I want people to hear me and I want to know what killed my son. That's what he's asking. So that's all I want to say. I'm very proud of Baba and I thank God for the strength that he has. And may God continue to strengthen him. May he never lose strength and may he never lose faith by the grace of God. Thank you very much, Brother Ish. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Justice for mohbad.
I'm going to go down now.
Andrew's production for that wonderful one. It's been a while, but it's amazing having you here today on those platforms, still together, talking justice for mohbad. Let me use this one as a reminder. If you are one of our Muslim brothers and sisters, it is time for prayer. Don't be carried away. Go and pray, then you come back and join us. But remember, in your place of prayer, please don't forget to pray for justice for Mohbad. Also, I see some comments. People asking where can they watch the interview. If you want to see the interview, just go straight to the YouTube and type in the search bar, type TVC Your View. TVC Your View is going to bring the latest one. It's going to bring the latest one, which was done today. You're going to see the video. You're going to see the date of today. So you fast forward it to about 1 hour 30 minutes or 1 hour 20 minutes. 1 hour 20 minutes, you will see where Baba Mohbad started the interview and how brilliant he was during while the interview was going on. You can actually give it to Baba. Today, this is actually one of the best interviews that he has ever attended to. And I want to say a big thank you once again, because one thing that is so common with us in this part of the world, it is that when somebody is doing bad, that is what we see. But if someone does one good, we don't see it. I want to say a big thank you to everybody that made this interview a success. I will always appreciate them, because when they are receiving the fire, the general public is out there bashing them, cursing them, abusing them, doing all manner of things. But now that they have done something amazing, we also need to come towards, we also need to appreciate their work, and we also need to appreciate the method that they have actually adopted in carrying out information to the general public. Just like I said, it has never been announced by the legal team of Baba Mohbad or those that are working with Baba Mohbad that there's going to be another interview. But if there's going to be another interview, I bet it is going to be just like this. Maybe on the day that the interview is going to happen, that is when the public will know about it. So if you have if there is someone going up and down saying there's going to be a particular interview, I want you to know that that is not true. Because of the method that they have adopted, they have actually decided on cooking everything in the inside. Then when it is done, they want to bring it to the public. Thank you so much once again, Andrew's production, for that wonderful contribution. Yes.
I'm going to go down now, okay?
Okay, no problem.
Thank you, Baba.
Mr. Fox, let's have you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for bringing me up once again. I really thanks for everybody for their submission. I listened to the interview, and there is a lot of things to be learned about this interview. And there are some points which I myself hold as a man to sit down and even think of, if such a thing happens to me, how am I going to go about it? This man make mention a lot of things. There are a lot of people who can talk, and they are also a good listener, which they will listen to what you are saying. And the best of it all is a good listener, because you might say a lot of things. But someone who listens to you will know what does this man mean, and he or she will try to digest what you are trying to say. There are a lot of things to learn from what Baba Mohbad said today. He talks about culture. He talks about life. He also talk about the death of Mohbad. And how? The question goes, Baba, we heard or we can see that you are after the property of your son, or all these kind of things. And he made mention, he said, and which I quote, he bought a land for me, that Baba, if you prepare a church. And which I know for what my son bought for me, it's also meant for him. Would this word means that after if I die, you are still the owner of what you bought for me or what you buy for me? Baba, the Baba don't even expect die or death from Mohbad in the nearest 20 years or 30 years to come. Whatever you did for me, whatever you do for me is meant for you, because you are still going to have it at the end of the day. It's still in the care of Mohbad. But all of you now come out, this Baba is property of mohbad, all these kind of things. Ṣé bàbá wá ikú fún ọmọ ẹ̀ ní kíákíá ni? He doesn't expect such in the nearest time. And he made mention, he said, whatever Mohbad did for me is meant for him at the end of the day. And which I will say, even though my own mom, he had to be a he built the house for his own mother, for her own mother. And when the grandma, when he died, the house still belonged to my mom. Despite the fact, all the documents is written in the name of the grandmother. Lori iya oruko ẹ ló wà lórí ẹ̀, but it's still meant for her. So I don't know how people they are thinking. And which again the second point which I picked, this man said there are a lot of narrative outside there talking about this baby. I don't say this baby doesn't belong to another family. But I want to clarify the whole word. Is this son meant for Anoba's family or meant for other side? But I want to clarify for people to know that this son belongs to us, to clear a negative thought out of my family. If we talk to him more, those are the things you will know that this is a person, a man that can totally settle ile, totally gbe ile dúró in his own reasoning. Not thinking about today, but thinking about future. For what will never bring a negative thought or a negative doubt about my family anymore. Does Wummi think about that? No. Does the mohbad think about that? No. But all what they are after is, this man is fighting for property. Then, in the other hands, who is the person to fight for the property? Other people, one jà fún irú, bàbá ń jà fún orí pé no, this is what belongs to our family. And this royalty must come to our family. And if all this thing comes, it's not meant for me. But for this only son, which we believe is meant for mohbad. How are we going to get it clarified? How are we going to know that mohbad is the real father of Liam? We have to go through DNA. And for someone to come out, for a lawyer to come out, to say it in your presence, that Wummi will never do a DNA if you go from here, from this earth to heaven. It will never, she will never do it. That means there is something fishing under the ground. And I will quote again and I will say to the whole world, if all of us are forgotten, and which I will try to remember everybody for now. If you remember, when PA to Elegushi, when it comes out, that the baby is not meant for Elegushi. Let me now tell you, and I want people to have this in mind. What if Elegushi sacked the PA tomorrow? What? Okay. What if Elegushi come tomorrow and said that the Aish. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Let me now tell, if possible, that even though the PA is being sacked tomorrow, and later the king of the bush now come out that this baby belongs to me, but the PA is no more working for me because I didn't send him to bring this narrative to the world, to the people, to say, how we go? We are talking about future, but people are talking about today. Narrative might change tomorrow. Let's work towards the future. Let's work towards now. And don't let us forget. Let everybody have that one in mind. And again, let me say, nobody and nobody ever we can hold that is belong or continue to ask is only the wife, because she was there when Mohbad left home to the show, from the show back to the house, when he died, and when they are written to get a certificate, to get a death certificate. It's a very simple case. That is all. And which again, I will point out again, is I respect all Nigeria police, NPF, Nigeria Police Force. They are doing a great job. But it's a slap to their face. And also, to Lagos government, it's a slap on them for them not to carry out accurate forensic for what killed Mohbad. Because Mohbad shared every word. This has to let them know that no, this case has to be dealt with necessarily, to the point for us to carry out the necessary, to carry out all aspects that will make us to see the true justice for Mohbad. Because if it is just ordinary Nigerian case, it would have been better. Taking all over the world, that one should have given them more light that no, Nigeria is taking everywhere. It's a must for us to do the right things at the right time, for people to know that we are transparent. But how do you want to believe in the government again? No, nothing is done. At the end of the day, for over 7 months, you want to carry out a forensic, you have to tell them in the morgue, please, keep this body quite all right. Even though Mohbad must have even given a special embalming at the morgue. But they know what they want to bring out. They know what they want to do. That is why they left the body decomposed, so that they can be able to bring their narrative. And when they want to bring their results, they try to pick up the main TikTokers that can bring the right information to clamp them down. We will give you the negative aspect, because they can't be able. People outside can never be able to understand the right information. They clamp them down. They shut them down. They shut all the network for over 2 weeks. TikTokers all listeners was running from Etasketa. Where do I want to listen to the right news? Nobody to know. But let me now let them know that if you shut Westo, if you shut Arifa, if you shut Veron down, a lot of thousands of people will rise again to give us the truth. And this is where we are on this platform today. They will still come. They might come after you tomorrow. We don't know.
Exactly.
They might come after Yes and Never tomorrow. We don't know. They might come out to iOS tomorrow. We don't know. Who is the next person? Let me now tell that no matter how they cover the truth, it will prevail.
Exactly.
Sometimes last week I thought like, oh, this case is
over.
It's going on. Let me just calm down. But Mohbad blood doesn't let me relax. A strong.
Exactly, don't be like
strong. Some people might think I don't talk about justice for Mohbad tomorrow. If they wake up again, what is happening again on TikTok? They won't even know when they will be on TikTok again. And it's a must for us. Please, everybody on this platform, share the life. Let me tell you, don't let us relent. It's not for us alone. It's not only for us. This fight is for our generation that is coming. Let us learn a lot of things. Please, let us keep on. Let us sit down. Let us tie our belts. Don't let us relent. May God bless Nigeria, and may God bless who is fighting for the true justice.
Exactly.
And I believe that God will give us the justice we need.
Exactly.
Justice for Mohbad. Thanks all.